Hi Sagittarius, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the rest of the year. So this is a Lenormand reading for the rest of 2021. I will do the Lenormand part in just a sec. Before we get into that, let's pick some oracle cards to get the feeling right. Members, you got to get to see this early. Everybody else sees it later. So, hey girl, hey, how about that? Okay, it's a nice surprise for them. They don't know it's coming. All right, so here are your cards for the rest of the year. We have Thought, okay, number 47 if you like numbers. And then we have Union. This is my favorite card, okay, number 44. Let's see the next card. We have number 23, Sacred Alchemy. All right, you're getting kind of a lot of stuff. Giving, number 30. And 15, Enemy. Ooh, that's Capricorn, so that could be December to January. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on. I feel as though you're going to step into a connection with someone. Now, I hesitate to just say romantic because for some people, romance is just not an option. Not everybody rolls that way, right? So that's okay. And so whatever types of relationships you're having, was it professional, platonic, romantic, there's a connection between two people here, definitely. And I feel as though they're starting to, like, they think alike. They think in a similar way, and that's very kinetic. So they sort of complement each other. And you know when you call your friend and they say, oh, I was just about to call you, and this happens a lot. It's that kind of synchronicity between these two people. Where they're going is financial success. And it comes from the generosity of spirit that they share with each other. So I think that the rest of the year is all about you building up with someone else, and it's not necessarily romantic. I really want to stress that. So really wonderful connection, an easy connection, a natural friendship, a kinship, like a sibling energy, maybe literal siblings, maybe it's your brother or sister. Okay, so let's get into the Lenormand. That was just I like to do a little taste test before we get into the main part of the reading. So I made this deck several years ago. It's not published, but it might be soon. Okay, so let's see this deck. So we have, it's out of print. I published it before. Your first card is Chastity. So this is a card in this deck that is different than the other ones. So we have Chastity. I'll do the first row. We have the House. And then we have everything above 36 is my invention for this deck. Clouds. Okay. And I'll do 7 cards per row. Letter. Coffin. Ooh. Important information. Letter. There's going to be an ending to a feud with somebody, woman, with a female. So there was some kind of disagreement between yourself and someone else. It's been long standing, and it was a real gridlock. There's going to be communication that comes from one person to the other. And so this will be an end to the conflict, whatever bad blood there was. It could very well be the sibling energy that we were picking up in these cards here. This connection that was really good and should have kept going, but there was a conflict. Clouds can be unforeseen situations. If you live like in a tropical area, everybody who knows who lives in Florida, a storm can pick up just like that, right? And suddenly it's cloudy and rainy, and then it just parts again and you have beautiful blue skies. So something unexpected, I believe, has happened, and that caused a rift in a relationship that was actually extremely harmonious. There was a a pure connection there. You may have lived together for a time, and especially it really does not feel like a romantic connection. It feels much more like siblings. Now, it could be a romantic situation, and especially it feels same sex also. So maybe that's your situation, maybe not, but it feels as though there was like a time in your life with this individual in which you were innocent and pure and before things happened, and you may have lived in the same house as this person, and everything was just really well aligned, and then something unexpected happened that had caused a storm in your life, and that storm has been with you in part ever since this thing happened, and it sort of took your energies apart. But now there's going to be a communication. Something may have happened to that person. A relationship had ended, a job had ended, and they're coming back. So something may have taken, so there could have been this separation, and then something on top of that could have stepped into their life, like a job or another relationship. And now that situation's over, and now they're available to come back. So maybe that's why there's such an extended delay of separation between you and them, because it feels very, very close. Remember, this is for the end of the year. So we have heart with the little 2 koi fish, and then we have the moon. Nice. And then clover. Oh, look at these beautiful cards. I won't shuffle it because it's so nice energy. And definitely people have gotten older and wiser. It was harder without this person in your life. Even if you told yourself, fish, you could basically move on and be in a better situation. Tower isn't like the tarot tower, so don't worry about that. And then the hand, protection. This person will be by your side for a very long time, for the rest of your life. I hesitate to be so dramatic, right? But this person is very likely going to be with you from here on in. Very protective energy. It keeps on really seeming like a sister or a brother. Okay, so there was a pure connection between 2 people. And, for you in terms of love, there is love frequency in the past that's affecting the present. But whatever's been going on in the present has been distracted by obstacles and challenges, the mountains. Moving forward, there's a lot of financial success. A lot of financial success that will protect you from hardship. It will protect you from difficult situations. Fish and tower. You will be recognized. There will be other people around you to support you in the direction that you're going. You're going in a wonderful direction. There could be a referral on your behalf by someone, particularly a woman, to say something like a good reference letter or good information that would yield you to be able to, like a positive letter, a positive word that somebody is saying about you that will take you in a good direction. Somebody's giving you a good send-off where you're going, Sagittarius. That's really nice. I really like what's happening here. This is almost reminiscent. It's very 6 of Cup if you know the tarot. It's like it's nice, but because it's in this position, it's like it should be in the future. Like it would be much nicer if this was here too. But I wouldn't move this here for anything because I think this is your future and it's a good one. But here, there's a lot of like, the moon isn't like the moon in tarot. There's a lot of beauty, sentiment. I don't know if you would go to your grandma's house and play in her garden, or, like those childhood memories of innocent play somewhere and just having a nice time in an innocent way and seeing the world through beautiful eyes and just seeing wonder and mystery around you. This is the energy that you have here, Sag. And so I feel like there's this reminiscing energy here. And that's why I say this should be it would be better in the future than in the past, because we can't go back in time yet. And so only in our memories. So this is like a sweet memory of a past relationship, past sweeter days, Nice days spent at your parents' house, or some other house that you really enjoyed in youth, in young age. Okay, so here is the next energy. We have the lily, which is something older, someone older. Rings. Ship. Someone moved for marriage. Someone moved for marriage a long time ago. And this changed the whole situation. It really feels like memories from childhood cross. The world was changed. Your world was changed. Maybe you're dealing with something. Maybe this is talking about the distant past, where somebody moved away. Maybe a parent moved away after a divorce. And you've always been with this. Look at these cards in the middle. They're so different than all the other cards. Because there's something you've been carrying, Sag, that you're releasing. And these cards are just glowing. So it's like a mice. Okay. So you're protected from theft and appropriation. Your main energy here is dog, which is like friends and allies. And this is your ally, the woman. You have good things around you. You have good things that support you. This really feels as though, this is often when we talk about the past, it's not a separate past. It's really a past, how it's affecting the present moment. So it feels like an ideal place, almost like Neverland or Wonderland, the never-ending story, these picture perfect Harry Potter, right? Like wherever they go. Sorry, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Through the door or something, yeah? Okay. So anyway, you caught me. But anyway, all the millennials don't get mad. I know it's your best thing, but I'm a never-ending story type of girl. Okay, so anyway, whatever the kind of utopic other reality of your memory and your past, it's just glowing. And there's a sadness there, because why did it end? Well, it looks like it ended like somebody got older, got married, moved away. Some kind of an ending, and life was never quite like back to normal without it, Maybe maybe a friend moved away, a perfect friend moved away, and maybe emotionally they got married. Women do this. Men kind of stick around with each other, but women tend to drop other women when they get married. They get busy, distracted. They allow their husbands to pull them away, relationships to pull them away. So it feels like it was never quite the same. Maybe you never met as good of a friend. Maybe you never had, maybe other things were going on, because it feels as though you were burdened. And in the present moment, you still have this cloud hanging over your head. But moving forward, it's good. You're going to go in a different direction because of your job. And where you will go, there will be somewhat a predatory environment. But you're going to be protected. So make sure that you're not, how do you say? Make sure that you're taking care of yourself and you're watching where you're going, because you're going in good energy. It's almost like you have a lot, so make sure that you guard it. You have a lot of resources, you have good connections, whatever's going on is positive in nature. So now I go through kind of card by card and highlight some other messages that might be coming up for you for the rest of the year. So again, the main card, it's not the dog, it's actually this card. And it's the card of purity, innocence, And so you start this whole frequency of looking to seek innocence, maybe missing the innocence that you've had in the past. I think that you learned a lot in a home, or it feels like a home, family home, or possibly grandma's house, or some kind of safe space. You learned a lot in that area, and that's all relevant to now, okay? I have a feeling that maybe at the time you had sought answers from your mother, and your mother may have said, oh, it's fine, carry on, go live your life, it's all good. And you were like, how can you say this? All this stuff is happening. And you will only realize what your mother meant now. So you may have been even upset with your mom for saying everything's okay when you felt like things were not okay. But now I think you're gaining the perspective from experience in life that things are indeed okay. But yet there's clouds. So this might be an event. For some of you, this is connected to a man. So a man has brought some trouble into your life, maybe fairly recently. Or there's like frustration with a man. Leave him alone. He's actually not shown up anywhere else. And the only indication of a man is here, and it's not a positive one. So if you're dealing with a man for the rest of the year, if you're married, it's not about him. But for those of you in romantic situations, this is not saying good things about relationships, okay? This is saying move on very clearly. And you know how I read. I don't like to tell people too abruptly things, but if it says it, it says it, okay? So letter. You might have been invited to a group of friends or some other social gathering. So go. This is where you need to go. And I feel as though there's been a change in your family. And don't get scared by the coffin. It could literally mean somebody going somewhere else or just a change in the dynamics, okay? And this person is your person to look out for, the woman. And so she is in some way bringing opportunity, healing into your life. For some of you, this is your counselor. Maybe you're speaking with someone about loss, about what things were said, about hurt feelings, those kinds of things. If you're thinking about that, you will gain a lot from this situation, and this person will take you in a good direction. So, awesome. Maybe if you're thinking a lot about the past and you're stuck in the past, this is your time to take care of that, okay? And then we have the heart. The sweet relationships in your life are sincere. And even if you feel as though maybe it's not as good as it could be, it's still there and it's still genuine, and that's worth a lot. So be aware that what you have around you is actually worthwhile. And maybe gain appreciation or work on appreciation on your solitude, about the beauty of having time by yourself to relish in daydreaming and taking care of yourself, doing what you want to do, because those days won't last forever, okay? And something very lucky just happened for you in your life in the fairly recent past, so things have changed. Maybe an opportunity has come in to reconcile the past for you now. The core card is being overburdened. So, I want to give you like a light and bright, happy reading, but if this card is in the middle, I can see you've been struggling, and I can see you've been going through a lot, but I see you persevering those things. This card is like going on a really heavy hike up a mountain and literally being tired from it. So maybe it's not a hike, but you're putting a lot of information into situations. Okay, next energy is the fish. Sorry, I have to. So you have worked really fairly in your job, and there's good consequences for the good work you've done, okay? And that's going to continue to grow. Very likely in the fall, you will have a change in work, but for the better. There's going to be an opportunity. And I think that you still are moving forward in a good direction, and there's protection for you there. Really connected to this woman again. Again, this is an energy you want to stay away from the older energy, someone who you trusted who's already shown you they can't be trusted, somebody who possibly leaves at times. There's also indication that you have or are in the process of changing certain relationships. So your closeness with someone else might shift or change in a different direction. And then we have this, a very faded change in direction. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't travel somewhere, if you don't go somewhere else than where you are now. And one thing, and this is really tied into here and what I said about counseling. If you see yourself really caught up in or influenced by things of the past, memories, sadness, just impact of difficult situations, go see someone. You may need help to alleviate the pressure and the strain and the worry as a consequence of going through difficult things. So the next card is a change in direction is in the fall is extremely good for you. And likewise, you will be very, very happy. Your social life will be very happy or outgoing and very lucky. But here, the last card means that you will be around people who may want to take away from your success, take away from your just things. So go enjoy your life, go be successful, but don't be foolish. You got lucky with someone watching over you in the recent past or in the present, and moving forward, you don't want to press your luck again, Let me roll the dice to see if I can get some indication for you what's up. So we have Taurus. Taurus is important for you. Sagittarius, you are important to yourself, or maybe another Sag. If you guys can be it long enough in the same room together, that's the problem with Sag, you guys. Go, go, go. Okay, Pluto in the first house. This is just saying, use that strong personality. This is a time to highlight your personality, to be authoritative, to be in charge of your life and take command of your life. And yeah, I think you're going to do fine. I think it's a beautiful rest of 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye.